In this episode, it's all about the Make 9 2019, or is it 2019 Make 9? Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Tagavi-Birth, and you're watching Akram's Ideas, bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. In this episode, it's all about the Make 9 2019, or is it 2019 Make 9? Regardless of which hashtag you're using on Instagram, I'm going to share with you my plans for the 9 items I plan to make this year. So before I get into everything, let me start off by sharing with you what I'm wearing, because I just love it. This is kind of a fresh off the sewing machine. This is my latest toaster sweater, and if you're following me on Instagram stories, you would have seen that in the past week I made 2 toaster sweaters. But this one is in a lovely jersey pink, dusty pink type color, and it works so well with my little ready-to-wear skirt that I'm wearing. I'll show the print of the skirt. It's so beautiful. My husband actually bought this skirt for me for Christmas from Kohl's. So it has this lovely print of some roses, some pinky roses on a black background, and it looks amazing with this toaster sweater. So I'm super happy with this sweater. I've just been living in it. It's just so cozy. So let's backtrack and talk about my Make 9 2019. To see more episodes like this, be sure to click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos. So if you've been watching Akram's Ideas, back in January 2018, I listed out my Make 9 plans. And again, the idea behind this is that you say 9 patterns typically that you are going to dedicate yourself to making in that year. And last year was actually the first year that I was most successful, and I wasn't even successful at that. I had 9 items on there, and I made 6 of the 9. Technically speaking, I only made 5 of the 9 and swapped out one of the vintage patterns for a different vintage pattern. So I ended up with 6 completed projects. But again, only 6 out of 9. So it was not very successful in my head. Most successful, but still not successful. And like many other sewing vloggers who have talked about this challenge recently, I find that it's hard to say that you're going to make specific 9 items at the beginning of the year, because your interests and your likes and your lifestyle, everything may change from January to, say, November. So, you know, it's hard to dedicate yourself to sticking to those 9 patterns throughout the year, especially when there are so many amazing patterns that come out all the time. I know many people are kind of doing a twist on this by sharing 9 fabrics that they want to sew throughout the year. But if you've watched my Instagram TV, where I've been trying to share behind the scenes of Akram's Ideas, over Christmas break, I shared a video of my closet, because I had actually just cleaned out my closet and reorganized it, and I was so ecstatic about the whole thing that I wanted to share it. So with that said, during that closet clean out, I discovered that there are certain things in my wardrobe that I feel like I should have or used to have and think I still do, and I just don't. And I need those items on a daily basis to wear to work, to wear, you know, here and there, and I just don't have those particular items. So instead of me sharing what patterns I'd like to make or what fabrics I'd like to use, I'm going to share with you the 9 types of garments or projects that I'd like to make this year. And I'm going to, you know, play around with whatever patterns I have or what patterns come out that will fit my needs for these 9 items. But I thought, instead of just me sitting here talking to you and telling you my plans, I would sketch them out on my very own fashion designer. Yes, this baby here. How many of you had a Crayola Fashion Designer from 1990? So this puppy here, I had one of these, and I'm trying to think back, how old was I in 1990? I guess I was 12, 13, somewhere in between there. But I got one of these for a Christmas present when I was around 12, and I had begged and begged for this. I was like, I want this so much. Now, this is not my original fashion designer. I don't actually know what happened to that over the years. I do know that I actually still have the little people stencil. It's in one of my drawing kits that I've had forever. But I don't know what happened to the rest of the kit. This kit, in its actual original box and everything, came from one of our local antique stores. Like, we were walking around one day and it was $5, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this home with me, and I'm gonna sketch out all my sewing plans on my fashion designer. And so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna share the process with you.
Alright, so the first item of clothing that I've been really needing in my wardrobe are some more button-down shirts. Now, I know I've said this in the past, especially after we made May last year, but it turns out while I made some Mimi blouses and I really love them, they're not a traditional button-down blouse that I can wear with my suits. So I'm looking at, you know, a more traditional collar and something with more of a 1940s style sleeve that I can wear with my suits and just to have in my wardrobe, because I just don't have any. Speaking of which, I've been wanting to pair these, like I said, with suits, but also with some pencil skirts. I used to have a couple of ready-to-wear pencil skirts in my wardrobe, but they have all since just kind of gotten old and ratty, and I got rid of them all. So I need some pencil skirts in my wardrobe, again, just to wear to work, just to have a classic, sleek, sort of 1960s Mad Men style type outfits to wear to the office. I want to make the pencil skirts in a variety of colors. Black obviously is the key one. And then as far as accessory goes, I have a couple of plans to make a few purses. A lot of sewing vloggers have made some purses, and I am really wanting to get on the bandwagon with that, especially since I have a whole tote full of fabric that is just dedicated for purse making. The next item of a clothing that I've been needing to make, or have been wanting to make for a long time, are some vintage style sweaters and cardigans. I know I made the pumpkin sweater last fall that I cropped, made it a little bit more of a cropped version to wear as a more traditional cardigan, but I have a lot more plans for that. I've got the Astoria sweater, which I've been meaning to make forever, and I want to make also maybe a cardigan version of that. Along with that are slacks. I don't have any slacks, pants, trousers, whatever you want to call them, in my wardrobe really, other than like 3 pairs of ready-to-wear ones. And so I want some high-waisted trousers. I've got the Camille pattern from Sew Over It's Work to Weekend ebook, so that's one that is high on my list to make. But yeah, some high-waisted pants that I could wear with, you know, these cropped sweaters, and it would make a great office day outfit, as well as just wearing around town and everything. I've got some dedicated fabric for the trousers as well. I've got some tans and a couple of navies and possibly some blacks that could work for the style. So moving along, some other things that I've been really wanting to make. Now, you have probably seen from my previous sewing plans video back in fall, I had gotten the Jenny overalls and have been really meaning to make those. I had actually started them in the fall but never finished them, and I still need to finish them up. They're all cut out and pockets sewn on and everything. I just need to assemble it and just hadn't had time. So the overalls or dungarees are really high on my list to make. I've also got a couple of pinafore dresses that I bought last year, including the Cleo from Tilly and the Buttons, and then the Peepee from Jennifer Lauren Handmade. So dungarees, pinafores, those are on my list. I also really love the Freya top that I made this fall, so I'm really looking forward to making more turtlenecks and to pair them with these dungaree style outfits. I think that would be really cute, and I've got some lightweight jersey that would be good for the turtlenecks and would pair well with everything. Alright, so the next item, and you may see a trend, is that I've been for a long time making a lot of fun little dresses to wear out and about, but not really a lot for the office. So one thing that I'm really in need of are some, is it a sleece dress or a shell dress or a shift dress, however you want to refer to it. I think it's more of a sheath dress, as it's not as A-line, it's a little bit more straight than a shift dress, but basically an all-in-one type shell dress, very 1960s style. I've got some navy crepe that I know for a fact that I want to make a dress out of. I have some ready-to-wear blazers that I need to a dress to match with it. And speaking of blazers, I actually only have one or two beside that need the sheath dress, but I have plans to make some blazers of my own that I could pair with other things. I need a navy, just a solid navy blazer in my wardrobe. I also need a solid black one, and I'd also like a red blazer in my wardrobe as well. So the blazers that I do have all go to suits for the most part, and are like pink and purple and orange and some non-traditional colors, where I couldn't just wear those blazers with a slacks or a pencil skirt and mix it up. I need some solid color blazers to go with it. And of course, like I said, I want to wear more vintage hats this year as well, so I'm trying to make things that will go well with the vintage hats that I have.
There you have it. Those are my 9 items that I'm planning to make this year. I hope you liked this format of video with the sketching and stuff. I found it to be incredibly relaxing, just sitting there and kind of sketching, and it was a lot of fun, and I hope you liked it. I hope it's something different, and that maybe we'll do some more of that in future videos, because I had a lot of fun playing with the Fashion Designer. It took me back to when I was like 12 or 14 and like thinking about like, what is my future wardrobe going to look like? But like I said, I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you're participating in the Make 9 2019, and if you're changing it up, or what patterns you're choosing, or just your overall thoughts and plans. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas, and thanks for watching.
Regardless of what the hashtag, let me do that one more time. And blah 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 blah. I hoped you in blah 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 blah.